All right, you inquisitive motherfuckers, buckle up for another deep dive.
Oh, yeah.
This time we're jacking you straight into the Martian mainframe.
We're dissecting all the juicy bits about NASA's Curiosity rover.
You know that nuclear-powered beast roaming around the red planet?
Think of this as your crash course on everything Curiosity.
Straight from the depths of Wikipedia's data dump.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. We're talking about a goddamn robot the size of a Honda Civic.
Right.
Armed with lasers and enough cameras to make a Kardashian jealous. You know, seriously, this thing weighs almost a ton.
And like,
What kind of insane engineering goes into making a beast like that work on another planet?
it's mind-boggling when you think about it.
Yeah.
This rover is a marvel of modern engineering,
Yeah.
designed to survive and operate in one of the most hostile environments imaginable.
Right.
The power source alone is a testament to human ingenuity.
Hey, back the fuck up.
Yeah.
You're telling me this thing is powered by plutonium?
Yeah.
Like the shit that can melt your face off?
Exactly.
Holy sh! It's called a radioisotope thermoelectric generator,
Okay.
or RTG for short.
Right.
It uses the heat from the natural decay of plutonium to generate electricity.
So great.
It's incredibly efficient and long-lasting,
Right.
designed to provide power for at least 14 years.
So it's like a nuclear-powered Energizer bunny,
Yeah.
built to last longer than most Hollywood marriages.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's badass.
Right.
But let's cut the crap about batteries.
Okay.
Tell me about those cameras.
Yeah.
17. What the hell's it doing with all those lenses?
Right.
Is it documenting its Martian OnlyFans career?
Not quite.
Okay.
These cameras are essential for navigation and scientific observation.
So like what?
You've got your HAZ cams, which act like a rover's eyes, helping it avoid obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
Then there are the nav cams used for driving and capturing panoramic 3D images of the Martian landscape.
Okay.
And let's not forget the mast cams perched high up on the rover's mast, capable of taking high-resolution images and videos.
Hold on,
Yeah.
mass cams. This thing is filming in HD on Mars.
Pretty much.
What else is this fucker packing?
We've also got MAHLI, a microscopic imager that can take close-up shots of rocks and soil, almost like a geologist's hand lens.
Okay.
Then there's MARTI, which captured a stunning video of the rover's descent and landing.
Oh, wow.
And we can't forget about ChemCam, which uses a frickin' laser to vaporize rocks and analyze their composition from a distance.
A goddamn laser.
Yep.
This thing sounds more like a weapon than a science lab.
I know, Ray.
What the hell is it doing with a laser on Mars?
ChemCam is an incredibly powerful tool that allows scientists to study the chemical makeup of Martian rocks without having to physically collect samples.
Okay.
It's basically a remote sensing instrument that can zap a rock from up to 23 feet away and analyze the resulting plasma to determine the rock's elemental composition.
Yeah.
Think of it like a high-tech version of a geologist's hammer.
So it's blasting rocks with lasers
Pretty much.
and analyzing the fallout.
Exactly.
That's some next level shit.
It's pretty amazing.
But let's get to the real question everyone wants to know.
Okay.
Is this thing looking for aliens?
Uh,
Did they send this rover all the way to Mars to find little green men sipping cosmic cocktails in Gale Crater?
Well, finding evidence of extraterrestrial life is certainly a long-term goal of Mars exploration.
Okay.
But Curiosity's primary mission is to investigate the planet's climate and geology and determine if it could have ever supported life, even microbial life.
So we're talking about ancient Martian bacteria,
Yeah,
not some advanced civilization building pyramids and shit.
exactly.
Gotcha.
It's about searching for signs of past habitability.
Right.
Was there ever liquid water on Mars?
Oh,
Were the conditions right for even the simplest forms of life to emerge?
all right, I'll bite.
Okay.
How the hell does this rover actually do science?
Yeah.
Does it have a tiny microscope it uses to examine Martian dust bunnies?
It's a lot more sophisticated than that.
Okay.
Curiosity carries a suite of scientific instruments that work together to analyze the Martian environment. We've already talked about ChemCam and its laser capabilities.
Right.
But it also has a whole chemistry lab inside called SAM Sample Analysis at Mars.
A whole goddamn lab.
Yeah.
Is brewing Martian moonshine in there?
Not quite.
Okay.
SAM analyzes samples collected by the rover's drill for signs of past life.
Oh.
It's looking for things like organic molecules, the building blocks of life as we know it.
Organic molecules, huh?
Yeah,
That sounds important.
it is.
What the hell does that even mean in the context of Mars?
Think of it this way.
Okay.
Organic molecules are like the ingredients in a recipe.
Okay.
They're not life itself, but they're the essential components that life needs to exist.
Right.
Finding them on Mars suggests that the basic building blocks for life are present. It's
Okay.
like finding an ancient cookbook on Mars,
I see.
even if we haven't found the finished dish yet.
Okay, so no alien chefs just yet.
No, not yet.
But maybe some leftover ingredients from a Martian feast billions of years ago.
Potentially.
Let's dive deeper into this organic molecule shit.
Okay.
What exactly did they find?
Curiosity made a groundbreaking discovery in an area called Yellowknife Bay.
Okay.
It found evidence of an ancient lake bed that could have supported microbial life.
Wow.
The rover detected minerals that form in the presence of water,
Okay.
and signs that the water wouldn't have been too harsh for life as we know it.
So we're talking about a Martian swimming pool for ancient bacteria.
Sort of.
Did they find any tiny fossilized swimsuits?
No fossilized swimsuits.
Okay.
But the discovery of this ancient lake bed is a major piece of the puzzle.
Right.
It tells us that Mars was once a much wetter and potentially habitable place than it is today.
That's amazing.
This is where things get really interesting.
All right, you've got my attention.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
All right.
What else did this badass rover uncover in this Martian oasis?
So Curiosity found evidence of clay minerals and other compounds that form in the presence of water,
Okay.
suggesting that this ancient lake bed was a relatively stable environment,
Right.
possibly for thousands or even millions of years.
Okay, so no Martian spring break, but a long-ass time for some microscopic life to potentially get its groove on.
Exactly.
But how the hell did this rover figure all that out?
Oh.
Was it just digging random holes in the dirt?
Not exactly. Remember how we talked about the rover's robotic arm
Yeah.
being like a Swiss Army knife of Martian tools?
Right.
Well, it used that arm to drill into the Martian rock
Okay.
and collect samples for further analysis in its onboard labs.
So it's not just taking pretty pictures and zapping rocks with lasers.
Nope.
This thing is a full-blown construction worker,
Pretty much.
drilling into Mars like it's building a goddamn interplanetary subway system.
I like that analogy.
Tell me more about this robotic arm. What kind of shit can it do?
It's an engineering marvel.
Okay.
The arm is equipped with a drill that can penetrate up to 2.5 inches into Martian rock,
Wow.
a brush to clear away dust and debris,
Okay.
a scoop to collect soil samples, and even a sieve to separate different sized particles. It's like a high-tech excavation crew all rolled into one.
Okay, so it's digging holes, scooping up dirt, and sifting through the Martian leftovers.
Yep.
Hell is it looking for in all that rubble?
The samples collected by the arm are delivered to the rover's onboard laboratories,
Okay.
Shaman and Sam, which we talked about earlier.
Right.
These labs are packed with sophisticated instruments that can analyze the chemical and mineralogical composition of the samples, looking for clues about past environments and the potential for life.
Hold up, remind me what those labs do again.
Ah,
I can barely remember what I had for breakfast, let alone all the science shit this rover's packing.
fair enough. So,
Shaman is a mineralogy lab that uses X-ray diffraction to identify and quantify the minerals present in the samples.
okay.
Think of it like shining a superpowered X-ray through the Martian dirt
Okay.
to see what it's made of at the atomic level.
Gotcha.
This helps scientists understand the geological history of the area
Mm-hmm.
and whether the conditions were right for life to exist. So we're talking about a microscopic CSI unit on Mars
Yeah.
analyzing the crime scene of ancient Martian life.
Exactly.
What about that other lab, Sam?
Yeah.
What kind of forensic evidence is it looking for?
Sam is the chemistry lab.
Okay.
It's looking for organic molecules, the building blocks of life as we know it.
Okay.
It analyzes the samples for things like methane.
Yeah, thing.
Yeah.
Isn't that the shit cows fart out?
Right.
Are you telling me this rover is sniffing out Martian cow farts?
It's not exactly cow farts.
Okay.
But methane can be produced by microbes,
Right.
so finding it on Mars would be a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
It would suggest that there might be some form of life,
Okay.
even if it's just microscopic organisms
Gotcha.
still hanging out beneath the Martian surface.
Okay, so no Martian cattle ranches,
No.
but maybe some underground microbial communes brewing up a batch of methane.
Possibly.
That's still pretty fucking wild.
Yeah.
But let's cut the crap about alien farts for a minute.
Oh.
We've talked about the rover's nuclear heart,
Mm-hmm.
its arsenal of cameras, its laser blasting chem-cam, and its science labs.
Right.
What other surprises does this thing have up its sleeve?
Well, how about a weather station?
A weather station.
Yeah.
Is this thing posting Martian weather reports on Twitter? Gale crater sunny with a chance of dust devils. High of negative 20 degrees, low of negative 100.
Right.
Bundle up, bitches.
Not quite.
Okay.
But the data from REMS is incredibly valuable for scientists studying the Martian climate.
REMS.
Yeah, the Rover Environmental Monitoring Station.
Okay.
And understanding how it changes over time,
Right.
it helps them piece together a more complete picture of the planet's current environment and how it might have been different in the past.
So it's like a Martian meteorologist.
Pretty much.
But instead of worrying about rain and snow, it's tracking dust storms and radiation levels.
Exactly.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the main event.
Okay.
Has Curiosity answered the big question? Was there ever life on Mars?
Unfortunately, there's no easy answer to that question.
Damn.
While Curiosity hasn't found definitive proof of past life,
Okay.
it has made some groundbreaking discoveries that suggest Mars was once a much more habitable place than it is today.
Right.
The ancient lake bed in Yellowknife Bay, the presence of organic molecules, the detection of methane.
Yeah.
All these clues point to a planet that may have once harbored some form of life.
All right, so no smoking gun,
Not yet.
but a lot of circumstantial evidence.
Right.
This is like a cosmic cold case file.
Yeah,
And Curiosity is the detective piecing together the clues.
I like that.
Where the hell does this investigation go from here?
Well, Curiosity's mission isn't over yet.
Okay.
It's currently climbing Mount Sharp, a massive mountain inside Gale Crater,
Okay.
stopping along the way to analyze different layers of rock that represent different periods in Martian history.
Wow.
Think of it like a geological time machine taking us back billions of years to explore the planet's past.
Hold on. This little rover is climbing a goddamn mountain. How the hell is it pulling that off? Isn't it more of a flat surface kind of robot?
Don't underestimate Curiosity's capabilities.
Okay.
It was designed to handle challenging terrain.
Right.
And the team back on Earth is meticulously planning each step of the climb.
Mm.
It's a slow and steady process,
Okay.
but the view from the top is worth it.
I bet.
Each layer of rock Curiosity analyzes tells a story about the history of Mars
Right.
and the conditions that may have existed when life could have emerged.
So this rover is like a mountain climbing historian.
Yeah,
Digging through the Martian archives.
that's a good way to put it.
What kind of stories are these rocks telling?
That's what Curiosity's trying to find out as it climbs higher up Mount Sharp.
Yeah.
It's encountering rocks that are older and older,
Okay.
taking us further back in Martian history.
Okay. So we've got a time-traveling, mountain climbing, laser blasting robot detective on Mars,
Yep,
searching for clues about ancient life.
it's pretty incredible.
This shit is more exciting than any goddamn Hollywood blockbuster.
But it's all real.
I know.
Curiosity is out there right now,
Crazy.
sending back data that is changing our understanding of Mars and the possibilities for life beyond Earth.
This is blowing my goddamn mind.
It's mind-blowing stuff.
Let's take a quick break to process all this Martian madness.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a minute to finish this epic deep dive. All right, you space cadets, welcome back for the final descent into our Curiosity deep dive.
Yeah.
We've explored this rover's nuclear heart, its arsenal of cameras, its laser zapping chem-cam, its onboard laboratories, and its epic climb up Mount Sharp.
Oh.
But there's one crucial element we haven't touched on yet: communication. How the hell does this thing talk to us from millions of miles away? Is it using Martian smoke signals or some shit?
It's a bit more sophisticated than smoke signals. Curiosity communicates with Earth through a complex network of orbiters and antennas.
Okay.
It's like having a cosmic conference call with multiple relays and backup systems to ensure we're always connected.
Okay, walk me through this space-age phone system. How does this shit actually work?
Curiosity has two primary ways to send data back to Earth. It can use its X-band radio, which is a high-frequency radio wave that can transmit a lot of data,
Okay.
but it requires a direct line of sight to Earth, which isn't always possible.
So if Mars decides to photobomb the connection, we're screwed.
Not exactly. That's where the orbiters come in. Mars has several spacecraft orbiting it, acting like relay stations for Curiosity's signals.
Okay.
When the rover can't communicate directly with Earth, it sends its data to one of these orbiters, which then forwards it on to us.
So it's like having a cosmic messenger pigeon carrying our Martian postcards back home.
Yeah,
What about the other way around? How do we send instructions to this robot from millions of miles away?
that's where the UHF radio comes in. It's a lower frequency radio wave that can penetrate the Martian atmosphere more easily, allowing us to send commands to Curiosity even when it's not in direct contact with Earth.
So we've got a two-way communication system with X-band for high-speed downloads and UHF for sending instructions. That's pretty slick. But what happens if one of these systems fails? Does Curiosity just become a very expensive paperweight on Mars?
That's where the redundancy comes in. Curiosity has multiple backup systems for communication, including different antennas and frequencies. It can even store data on board and transmit it later when a better connection is available. The engineers who designed this rover thought of everything. They wanted to make damn sure that we wouldn't lose contact with this valuable asset.
That's reassuring. I hate to think of all that science going to waste because of a dropped call.
Yeah.
Okay, we covered the communication system. What else haven't we talked about? Did they pack a goddamn coffee maker on this thing? I bet Martian coffee would be out of this world.
No coffee maker, but there's one more fascinating detail. We haven't discussed the drill. We've mentioned it in passing, but let's delve into the mechanics of how this thing actually extracts samples from Martian rock.
All right, let's drill down into this drilling business. How does this thing work? It's magic.
The drill is located at the end of Curiosity's robotic arm and is capable of drilling up to 2.5 inches into Martian rock. It uses a combination of rotary and percussive actions to pulverize the rock into a fine powder, which is then collected for analysis.
So it's basically a jackhammer on steroids, pulverizing Martian rocks into dust. Why the hell are we so obsessed with drilling into Mars anyway? What are we hoping to find in those rocks?
The rocks on Mars hold clues to the planet's past, particularly its history of water and the potential for life. By analyzing the chemical and mineralogical composition of these rocks, scientists can piece together a timeline of Martian history and understand how the planet evolved over billions of years. It's like digging into a planetary time capsule.
So each rock is like a chapter in the Martian history book, and we're using Curiosity's drill to rip out the pages and study them. That's pretty fucking poetic for a robot with a jackhammer. All right, I think we've officially squeezed every last drop of knowledge out of this Curiosity deep dive. I'm starting to feel like I could build my own goddamn rover after all this.
You're probably a few $1 million and a team of rocket scientists short of that goal, but I commend your enthusiasm.
Hey, a guy can dream, can't he? Seriously, though, this has been one hell of a ride. We've learned about a nuclear-powered robot that can climb mountains, zap rocks with lasers, drill into ancient Martian lake beds, and even send us weather reports from millions of miles away. What a time to be alive.
It truly is a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of knowledge.
All right, you magnificent bastards. That's it for our Curiosity deep dive. We hope you enjoyed this wild ride through the world of Martian exploration. If your brain isn't slightly melted after all this science, you're clearly not paying attention. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep reaching for the fucking stars.